Selena Gomez's wedding was filled with jaw-dropping looks and lots of love. And the actress is sharing more snapshots of her and Benny Blanco's special day. The gallery of photos shared by the Only Murders in the Building actress also gives a peek at the couple's just-married cake, them toasting the occasion, and the newlyweds sharing an intimate moment on the couch as the celebration continues around them.
Listen, Selena Gomez just broke the internet again. No press release, no teaser, no carefully timed PR drop. Just one quiet upload that sent millions of people spiraling into collective shock. Out of nowhere, she posted a carousel of brand new wedding photos. Unseen, unfiltered, and deeply emotional. No announcement, no new drop coming. Just that instant moment when her followers refreshed their feed and froze mid-scroll. For a second, the internet held its breath. Because these weren't just pictures. They looked like moments, frozen between glamour and raw emotion. The kind of shots you only get when someone forgets the camera is there. A barefoot Selena, veil brushing the grass. A soft laugh caught mid-spin with Benny Blanco. A candid black and white frame. Makeup smudged, gown slightly wrinkled, the kind of imperfection that makes it feel painfully real. And then came the caption. Simple, poetic, but cryptic enough to spark chaos. From writing my vows to leaving my wedding earlier than most people. No emojis, no tags, just that. Within minutes, fans were dissecting every word like it was a secret code. Was she being dramatic, symbolic, throwing shade? Or was it just Selena being Selena? Poetic, introspective, a little mysterious, and impossible to read. By the time people started commenting, it was too late. The post had already detonated across the internet. Selena wedding mystery was trending on X, TikTok edits were dropping every 10 seconds, and Instagram pages were fighting to decode what she really meant. One fan tweeted, "She didn't just post photos, she posted a storyline." And honestly, that's exactly what it felt like. Because Selena Gomez doesn't just post, she curates moments. She knows how to make silence louder than words. And this time, she gave the internet a fairy tale that looked almost too real to be real. Now, let's talk about the photos themselves. Each frame felt cinematic, like stills from a romantic indie film rather than a celebrity wedding album. The lighting, the color tones, the intimacy, everything screamed Vogue editorial meets diary entry. You could almost feel the air in those images. The warmth, the calm, the quietness between the laughter. Fans said it perfectly in the comments. This doesn't look like fame. This looks like peace. But of course, peace doesn't last long online. Because right after people finished crying over how beautiful it all looked, the real question hit. How on earth did Benny Blanco, the messy-haired, food-loving, eccentric producer, become the man who married Selena Gomez? And that's where the story gets interesting. When Selena first confirmed she was dating Benny back in late 2023, it felt like the internet short-circuited. Nobody saw it coming? Memes popped up overnight. Tweets said, "Wait, the guy who spilled ketchup on his hoodie at the Grammys? Him?" It was chaos. Because people had built this image of Selena's ideal match, the clean-cut Hollywood heartthrob, the mysterious actor, the poetic musician. Someone straight out of a fantasy, not a studio booth. But here's the twist. It worked. Against every headline, every assumption, every viral meme, it worked. Selena looked happy. Not performatively happy, not celebrity event happy, genuinely at peace. She wasn't playing a role anymore. She was just living her life. Benny Blanco doesn't fit the industry mold, and that's exactly why he fits her. He's grounded. He's weird in the best possible way. He posts food videos that look like chaos but somehow pull millions of views. He wears whatever he wants, says whatever he thinks, and doesn't pretend to be anyone he's not. And next to Selena, the woman who spent her life surviving scrutiny, gossip, and heartbreak, that kind of freedom is magnetic. You can tell just by looking at them. They laugh at the same dumb jokes. They hold hands like it's the first time every time. It's not Hollywood love, it's real person love. But the internet, as always, couldn't let that stand. Because where there's love, there's trolling. And Benny became an easy target. Someone online claimed that Lana Del Rey called him bacteria. Did she actually say it? Probably not. But the quote spread like wildfire anyway. Meme accounts reposted it. TikTok gossip pages treated it like breaking news. And suddenly, the conversation shifted from Selena's wedding to Benny's looks. People picked apart his clothes, his hair, his unibrow, even his expressions. Like, really? This man has produced chart-topping songs for Rihanna, Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, and Ed Sheeran, and the internet still reduced him to how his eyebrows look under bad lighting. It was mean. It was cheap. It was classic internet behavior. But Benny? He didn't fight back. He didn't post a Notes app statement or go on a podcast rant. He laughed. He doubled down on being himself. He posted more chaotic selfies, wore even louder outfits, and made it very clear, I'm not here to impress you. And that, ironically, made him more impressive. Because nothing drives the trolls crazier than confidence they can't shake. Selena's fans, the Selenators, picked up on that energy immediately. They saw how unbothered he was, and they followed her lead. Defend, protect, uplift. It became this weirdly beautiful chain reaction of love and loyalty. The same internet that once mocked them started to slowly change its tone. The memes softened. The tweets turned into compliments. People began saying, you know what? They actually make sense. And that's when it hit everyone. This wasn't some publicity stunt or short-lived fling. It was real. Two people who just didn't care what the world thought. But here's the thing. That was only the beginning. Because while everyone was busy judging their wedding photos and decoding her caption, something much wilder was about to surface. And what happened next? It sent the internet into a frenzy all over again. Just when people thought the chaos was over, the internet did what it always does. It dug deeper. An old video of Benny Blanco suddenly resurfaced, and within hours, it went viral everywhere. The clip showed Benny wearing heels, dancing, laughing, and sharing a playful kiss with another man. No context, no caption, just pure, chaotic energy. And like clockwork, the internet exploded. Reddit threads popped up overnight. TikToks were analyzing the background, the lighting, even the camera angle. Like they were solving a mystery. Some claimed it revealed the real Benny. Others said it was just another example of his eccentric humor. But in truth, it was neither scandal nor surprise. Benny Blanco has always been this way, unpredictable, creative, and totally unbothered by what people think. He's been like that long before Selena ever entered the picture. He wears pajamas to award shows, jokes through interviews, and cooks in the messiest kitchen on the internet. He's weird, funny, and unapologetically himself. That's what makes him him. Selena knew that from day one. She's lived her entire life under a magnifying glass. Every move picked apart, every post analyzed. So, when the clip resurfaced, she didn't explain, defend, or delete anything. She just stayed silent, and that silence said more than any statement could. Because here's the thing. When you're confident in who you are, you don't rush to prove anything. Selena and Benny didn't feed the drama, they outlasted it. And slowly, the noise died down. But while the gossip faded, a new kind of conversation started, one that hit closer to home. Money. After the wedding, financial analysts and gossip pages started posting about the couple's massive wealth gap. Selena's empire, fueled by rare beauty, acting, and music, is reportedly worth over $1.3 billion. Benny's fortune? Around $50 million. Still huge, but nowhere near hers. People couldn't stop comparing the numbers. Some claimed it would create problems. Others speculated about prenups, power dynamics, and control. But experts quickly shut down the noise. Financial advisor Bobby Rebell explained it best. When two people are independently successful, money doesn't define the relationship. Communication does. And that's exactly what fans started noticing. Selena and Benny aren't competing. They're complementing. She built her empire from resilience. He built his from creativity. Neither of them needs the other financially. They're equals in a way that goes beyond numbers. Celebrity matchmaker Sandra Myers even said wealth gaps only matter when couples stop talking about money. And if there's one thing Selena's known for, it's honesty. Whether through her songs, her interviews, or her activism. So while social media argued about net worths and marriage contracts, Selena and Benny just kept being themselves. Cooking dinner, posting blurry photos, and laughing through the noise. Because when you strip away the numbers, the rumors, and the viral clips, what's left is simple. A woman who finally found peace, and a man who makes her laugh like no one else can. Weeks after the wedding, the noise finally started to fade. No more trending tags, no fresh rumors, just a quiet calm that felt new for Selena Gomez. and people noticed. She didn't look like someone trying to prove a point or perform for the cameras anymore. She looked at peace. This wasn't the polished, red carpet version of Selena. It was the woman behind the fame, smiling, relaxed, and living without the pressure to be perfect. And right next to her was Benny Blanco, the guy who somehow managed to make all the noise around her feel like background static. He's not Hollywood smooth, not the typical heartthrob type. He's awkward, funny, real, the kind of person who grounds her when the world gets too loud. While others fight for spotlight, Benny hides from it. That balance is exactly what makes them work. They don't post curated perfection. They post blurry kitchen photos, joke about each other online, and share simple, normal moments that feel authentic. It's friendship turned into love. Not for headlines, but for peace. Sure, people still talk. They always will. Some debate their wealth gap, others rehash old clips, and a few try to spin drama from nothing. But it never sticks, because the truth is, they're not playing the game anymore. Selena spent years learning how to protect her energy, and now she's finally doing it. Her caption, "From writing my vows to leaving my wedding earlier than most people," wasn't shade or mystery. It was reflection. A quiet statement about moving through life on her own terms, leaving when she's ready, loving when it feels right. And that's what keeps people hooked. Every time she shares a glimpse, it feels intentional. Not for hype, but for honesty. She gives just enough to remind the world that she's still writing her story, privately but powerfully. So, yes, the internet can keep speculating, the trolls can refresh her feed, and the analysts can debate the numbers. But when you strip all that away, what's left is simple. A woman who found peace, a man who makes her laugh, and a love that doesn't need to shout to be real. Because when Selena Gomez posts again, it won't just trend, it'll take over the internet all over again.